somebody got to step up and do something. We all got to look out for each other, right?
Did you see this? Eugene Bosey grabbed his trash can when he was told a gator was lying just outside his Orange County neighbor's front door.
Now, once he got the 6-footer into the can, he rolled it down the embankment towards the retention pond and dumped it into the water, and then hightailed it out of there. He says, yeah, I'll come back later and get that can.
Yeah, right?
Wow. That, of course, yes, was in Florida, because we don't have any alligators on Delmarva, or do we?
Believe it or not, in the late 1800s and early 1900s, Maryland's Eastern Shore did have a famous alligator. His name was Jake. Author Jim Duffy of Secrets of the Eastern Shore is here to explain it all in today's Throwback Thursday. Okay, Jake the Alligator.
Jake the Alligator.
Started off, the whole story starts off with the U.S. Postal Service.
It does. So I'm like looking through this book of old photos for a book that I'm writing and about history, and I find this old postcard, and it's got a big giant alligator with its mouth open, and it says, Dr. Franklin's Alligator, Berlin, Maryland. So how do you not jump down that rabbit hole, right?
Okay.
How do you not jump down? So I jump down this rabbit hole, and the story starts in the post office. A guy up in New York, a Mr. Godfrey, 1872, puts a adorable 7-inch baby alligator into either a shoebox or a cigar box. There's some debate about which it was. Puts it in the mail and mails it to a Dr. Hudson, a pharmacist in Berlin, Maryland. Why? I don't know. Birthday gift? Were they both amateur ecologists? So what do you do if you get an adorable 7-inch baby alligator?
I wouldn't even know what to do with a big, adorable 7-inch
I
baby
wouldn't
alligator.
really, well, Dr. Hudson decided to raise the alligator. I don't know exactly, put him in a terrarium. I don't know exactly what he does, but he raises the alligator. So first of all, the alligator survives the postal journey from New York.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and then second of all, Dr. Hudson starts to raise it, and the alligator gets a little bigger, gets a little bigger, gets a little bigger. Dr. Hudson puts him in his storefront of his pharmacy on Main Street in downtown Berlin.
Oh my.
Where the alligator, whose name becomes Jake as time goes on, becomes something of an attraction and kind of a little mascot for the town.
And sort of famous.
Yes, and sort of famous. And people come from other towns and they show their kids Jake the Alligator in the storefront as if it was like kind of a petting zoo, although I don't think we want to go there with the alligators.
So obviously everybody in town knew about Jake the Alligator that was downtown.
Yeah, now here's the fun part. Dr. Hudson sells his pharmacy to another pharmacist named Dr. Franklin. You'd think that'd be the end of the story? No, you'd be wrong, because the alligator was part of the deal.
No.
Yes. Dr. Franklin, that's how we get to the postcard with Dr. Franklin's alligator. Dr. Franklin keeps Jake in there. Jake is in there for 25, 30 years. Until he finally outgrows the storefront because he's 6 feet 5 inches long.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness.
That's when Dr. Franklin puts him in his backyard.
Oh.
All right?
So,
There's all kinds of legends around Jake. So Jake used to, right around this time of year in October, Jake would go to sleep. And he would sleep until the weather was better in the springtime.
Okay.
He would eat, during the summertime when he was awake, he would eat 5 pounds of raw meat a day.
Oh.
Any kind of meat, didn't matter. 5 pounds of raw meat a day. Parents in the Berlin area, when their children, according to legend, when their children would get a little unruly, the threat that they would say was, "You better stop misbehaving or I'll feed you to Jake."
so does the story of Jake the Alligator ever end?
It does. Alas, Jake died in 1907, I believe, at the age of 37.
Oh, wow.
Goodness.
I got an obituary in the Snow Hill newspaper. Got a little 1-paragraph obituary. But here's the other thing. That obituary says that Dr. Franklin had Jake taxidermied and planned to put him back in the storefront as taxidermied Jake.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, I don't know whatever became of Jake. I don't know where Jake is. He's taxidermied, so he's probably, maybe, possibly in somebody's attic, in somebody's barn. So the real end of the story would be for somebody to find Jake, bring him back to Berlin. I think he should be on like a pedestal downtown.
Definitely.
Jake, the alligator.
Definitely.
Jake is somewhere.
Author Jim Duffy, Secrets of the Eastern Shore, another great story. Hopefully we'll hear from someone who knows where Jake is.
Look for
Thank
Jake
you.
now.
Yeah.
Wow.